It's Miss Barnett. Today I'm going to teach you about fables and I'm going to read the story The Goose That Laid the Golden Eggs. I can't wait to share this information with you, so let's get started. Fables are fiction stories. That means that they are fake. Much like fairy tales, fables are also fiction. One of the things that makes fables a fiction story is that fables frequently have animals as the main characters, and the animals act like people. So, as you can tell from this illustration, there's a tortoise and a hare, and both of them are standing on 2 feet, wearing human clothing, having a running race, and talking to each other. These are things that we know that animals can't do in real life, which makes it fiction or fake. Another important fable feature is that fables teach a lesson. All fables teach a lesson. And another word for lesson is moral. At the end of a lot of fables, you'll hear the moral of the story is, and then the lesson. The author's purpose for writing fables is actually to entertain you as a reader and to teach you a lesson. Even though these are fiction stories, you can still apply the lesson or the moral to your life. Now, a very important thing that differentiates fables from fairy tales is that fables do not have to have happy endings. We know that in every single fairy tale, the good character wins, the bad character dies or disappears, and fairy tales have a happily ever after. This is not the case for fables. Some fables have happy endings, but some fables do not. And in this illustration, this is from The Boy Who Cried Wolf. This boy lied and lied and lied, and finally the town stopped believing him, and this wolf ate his sheep. That ended with a very bad, sad ending. And the story that I'm going to share with you today also is a traditional fable that does not have a happy ending. So let me get started. So here we go. The Goose That Laid Golden Eggs. One day, a poor farmer suddenly got a goose. It was a special goose that laid 1 golden egg every day. My heavens, this is unbelievable. The egg is gold. The poor farmer decided to sell the eggs. And soon after, he became rich. That's a good goose. Keep laying those golden eggs. The farmer became very greedy. He was now already rich, but he wanted to become even richer. How come the goose lays only 1 egg a day? There's no way I'm going to become really rich like this. There must be a way to collect a bunch of golden eggs at one time. The farmer became so greedy that all he thought about was getting richer. Oh, I bet there are a bunch of golden eggs inside the goose's belly. I bet if I cut open its belly, I could get them all out at once. So the greedy farmer cut open the goose's belly. But there were no golden eggs inside. In fact, there was nothing inside. Oh, how could I have been so foolish? My greed has caused me to lose everything now. At that moment, the farmer understood what he had done. But it was too late, because the goose was now dead, and there were no more golden eggs. Oh, my poor eggs. And that's the end of the story, which, as I shared, fables do not have to have happy endings, but they do have to have a moral. So, what do you think the moral of this fable was? I'll give you a moment to think about it. What was the lesson that you could learn from this farmer? Even though you might not be a farmer, and you definitely don't have a goose that lays golden eggs, there's something that you can learn from this story. Now, the moral of the story is do not be greedy. Greedy is a word that means when you keep asking for more and more and more and more and more. And this farmer got very, very greedy and just kept wanting more. He wanted to become richer and richer and richer and richer, that he wasn't thankful for what he had. And at the end, he wound up killing the goose because he just wanted more and he lost everything that he had instead of just being patient and being thankful. So, do not be greedy is the lesson of this story, the moral of this story. Even though it was a strange fable and a story that you're probably not familiar with, this is a traditional fable and one that I hope you learned a great lesson from. So I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for listening.